Hey everybody, it's Jordan here with Crypto Awareness, Aware One, as I sometimes go by. I wanted to jump on here real quick and do a little bit of an update on the market and use one of my favorite tools, the Berminal app, just because it kind of consolidates a lot of information from around the web and puts it all in one place and summarizes it in a short, succinct manner. One of the biggest things that happened today, a lot of people probably already know about, is the listing of the Goldman Sachs backed USDC USD coin on Coinbase. People don't understand how big of a deal this is. Before, a lot of what's kept a lot of people, especially institutional investors, out is like the wildly fluctuating cryptocurrency market and the fact that it's hard to transfer in and out of cryptos to fiat, especially with unclear regulations and stuff like that. And being able to go in and buy a stable $1 cryptocurrency is kind of like they're kind of, it seems like they're arranging the system to kind of switch it out and like kind of replace the dollars, and that's kind of what's going to happen. People are going to start switching their dollar bills into these stable coins, and what that allows is for people to not have the need, desire, or urge to transfer it back out of a crypto. Like they can keep it in cryptocurrency because it's keeping its a value of one. And that's just a psychological barrier that I think was really missing. And you could say that they had things like Tether, but that had like a big questionable aspect to it, which probably kept a lot of people out. This being backed by Goldman Sachs, which is a established and trusted, even though not trusted by me, but it's an established financial institution in this country. So the fact that Coinbase and a established financial institution have made it possible for investors to purchase a stablecoin from the Coinbase platform is a big thing. And that's not the only thing. There was another announcement from Coinbase. Let's see if I can find it real quick, where they got their license as a custodian. There we go. U.S.-based cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase can now officially uh, custody cryptocurrency assets. Coinbase has won regulatory approval to operate as a qualified custodian chartered by the New York Department of Financial Services, according to the announcement. Coinbase Custody Trust Company will run the Coinbase subsidiary. Now, I read the actual announcement earlier, and what's interesting to know specifically is the coins that Coinbase Custody has been licensed to hold are Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, and Ripple. And Bitcoin Cash, I think, is on the two. But for me, one of the surprising ones on that list was Ripple, because they don't currently sell Ripple on Coinbase, but they're offering to do custody for it. Whether or not they ever even offer it, they're still doing. I think they realize that there's a big market behind Ripple. They see what Ripple's doing, getting a lot of the banks in there, and a lot of institutional money is going to invest in Ripple. I don't particularly like Ripple that much. I'm still debating on whether or not I want to put money in Ripple just to make some money for money's sake, kind of a thing. I I'm leaning towards just putting that money towards Stellar and the partnership that they have with IBM and seeing where that goes. But Stellar wasn't on that list as far as Coinbase custody goes. It was Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, and Ripple. So it's a big news day for Coinbase and the whole market. And that brings me to another thing. Like, I started getting into cryptos around, I really started looking in February of 2017, and I really started buying in June, July of 2017, and really got to be in the market that whole run up last year. And I was a newbie then, didn't know what I was doing, and wasn't aware of what was going on in the market. But having gone through it now and seeing what's going on now, I'm getting the feeling, or I'm reminded of what it felt like at certain points last year. And what I mean by that is that instead of this, not the whole run up, not the whole market just surging up, But what started happening was that legitimate projects on randomly, not all on one day, but every day there'd be one or two or three projects that just shot up like 20 to 50%. And every day this would happen. Not the same project, different projects on different day, but legitimate projects within the space. And this isn't talking about like the time when people are doing pump and dumps. This is legit projects jumping up a significant amount and then retaining its value. And what I'm starting to see is that's happening. It's been happening a lot lately, and you can attribute some of it to different listings. Like with Raven Coin recently, it got listed on Binance, which really always brings a shot up. Even today, Decred got listed on Binance. I saw Puma Pay just now. I know Crypto Zombie had mentioned Puma Pay, and they got several partnerships, and they actually have like a working product to do in like money payments online, especially setting up recurring payments, which is a needed thing. They shot up just 300% today because they got listed on Bittrex. But projects like that, you got, let's see, Decred shot up, Ravencoin, Salt, Nexo, not Salt and Nexo are two lending platforms. They just shot up. Let's see what else. What other ones can I find? I know several projects recently just shot up. Like 0x got listed on Coinbase. It shot up. There's been several projects just every day. If you look through and scroll within the top 100 or 200 coins, basic attention tokens are getting a lot of attention, but you're seeing a lot of positive attention come to some of these coins that deserve it and have been putting in the work and releasing projects like Brave released its updated browser, which is why basic attention went up. But there's lots of things happening, and there's lots of announcements, lots of governments starting to release pro cryptocurrency announcements, and that's different and that's big. And it seems kind of like they're rushing, like they had a different plan with this whole thing, and they're kind of it's starting to come out faster and faster, almost a little bit sloppy because they're rushing to get it out. Like they didn't have as much time as they thought. Like a lot of these big announcements, listings on Coinbase and stuff like that, they're just happening. You had was it BACT or the International Exchange yesterday or today announced that they were going to be opening up their crypto derivatives exchange in December. You got some key decisions due on the ETF by in March of next year. Who knows if it'll take that long, but it'll be at least by then. There's going to be an ETF. I don't particularly think that we need one, but that is what it is, and that's just part of the financial system. So now is the time to get in. If this isn't financial advice, but if you are into cryptos, like I'm into cryptos, and I feel that the world's moving towards a future of digital money and digital interactions around the globe and across the internet. It's going to be done on platforms like cryptocurrencies, and if you get in now, you maybe have a chance to be a wealthy person in the future. Not even like we're about to witness a big turning point in history, all right? And I really, really would like as many people as possible to join along on this transition as early as they can, so they can maybe get back of some of what they've lost the last however many years of their life working in the system as it's been. So that's why I'm in this, and that's why I'm doing videos to try and get people along. If you want some of my favorite picks, I will. Litecoin. Bitcoin's going to go up. Digibyte's a good project. I recently got into Ravencoin. Even before it went up, I luckily bought that before it got on Binance just based on my intuition. I like IOS, Ethereum Classic. Ripple's going to do good. Stellar Lumens over Ripple. That partnership they got with IBM, I think there's going to be a lot more to come with that than people realize. Dash is a good project. Neo and Ontology. They got a memorandum of understanding. They're a good combination. It's good to have those, and they both generate a side thing. Neo generates gas. Ontology generates ontology gas, which it's like dividends almost, I guess you could say. Like I said, Ethereum Classic, VeChain. A lot of people say it's a scam. I think there have been scammy people, especially in marketing parts of it, but I think overall it's a good project. NIM is going to be decent. 0x just got listed on Coinbase recently, like I mentioned. That's going to do well in my opinion. Omisco is going to be big for payment remittances, and like imagine all the factories and workshops in places like in Asia and even sweatshops and stuff like that actually being upgraded and having a system where they can pay a mass amount of workers on this system and pay them in this currency. That's going to be Omi scale, and it's probably going to do really well, in my opinion. Again, Doge, it's got a really strong community, really strong network, and it's hard to 51% attack Doge, so I think it's going to be around a long time. It's probably going to be one of the most profitable jokes ever created because it was created as a joke. That's some of the top ones. Oh, one of my good recommendations for most people is to look at the exchange tokens like a Binance, BNB. You got your KuCoin, KCS, I believe. You got your Huobi HT token. Some of the other ones. There's even smart ones. They all look at different ones. They got different benefits. But if you look at any kind of market, they always perform well because people are using the exchange a lot. I know there's going to be these big exchanges opening up now, and they might lose some of the attention, but I think a lot of the more libertarian types or people that don't want to go through these big trusted financial institutions are going to still go to these smaller exchanges, especially in other countries. So Binance has a really good token plan, and you get good rewards through it. So check those out. It's one of my recommendations for people. I think that's about it for today. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Take a look. I just really wanted to point out that these developments with Coinbase are huge and not to be dismissed or taken lightly. All right, that's your crypto awareness for the day. You guys have a good one.